share. Here's another one called Donna Donna. gotta push it. All right, here we go. Russian share. Where you people come from? You come over there. Gotta go. See, we have to go twice as fast now. We got more people.
Work. Chag Sameach, everybody. Come on, let's do it again. Let's go. Let's go. Give it. Do it.
1, 2, ready, go. Russian share.
All right.
Okay, now we can go home.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Chag Sameach. This is Simchat Torah. What a great pleasure it is to see everybody here in our sanctuary and our congregation on Zoom, be able to be together and celebrate Simchat Torah together, celebrate the Torah and enjoy. So what do we got today? We got a klezmer band.
Yeah.
Woo! We got a cantor. All right. We got a sukkah, and we got a chuppah, and we got some Torahs, and we're gonna be processing around with the Torahs. We're gonna be doing the Hora. We're going to be having fun. We're going to hear the end of the Torah and the beginning of the Torah. We're going to have a great time. So it's wonderful to be together this evening. So we're going to have our service first and then our dancing. And Barbara Reese, hi, that's Barbara Reese, our religious school director. Barbara, I left all the flags out there on the table. Got my grandma, thank you. All right, let's begin now with the festival candle blessing. That may be found on page 120 of your prayer book, page 120. Please rise.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehat likner shel Yom Tov.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to kindle the light of the festival. Please be seated. We'll continue now on page 128 with the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadar, Shemei Rabbah, Yolemad Yifrach Yutei, V'yamliv Malchutei, B'chai Yichol Yom Echol, U'chai Yichol Ben Yisrael, Bagala, U'lizman Karith, V'yimeru, Amen. Yehei Shemei Rabbah V'yorach, Le'olam u'le'al ve'almaya, Yitbarach, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, V'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh, V'yitador v'yitoleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudishah, Le'elam min kol v'yachata, V'shirata, Tishvichata, V'nechemata, Damiran v'yalma, V'yimeru, Amen.
We continue now on page 130 as we rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship. We continue on page 132. We'll read the Ma'ariv Aravim prayer in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, bechochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishaneh itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umsader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem barakia kirtzono. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, vechoshech mipnei or. Uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdio ben yom uven laila, Adonai Tzivaot Shemo. El Chai v'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Alenu Leolam Va'ed Baruch Atah Adonai Hama'ariv Aravim. And we continue on page 135. Source of life, every year you plant within us a new tree of life. May it be your will that this year our Torah blossoms with kindness and not cruelty, wisdom and not foolishness, awareness and not thoughtlessness. May you teach us a Torah of love that will nourish us in every season. We continue now on page 136 and 7 with the Shema. Please rise.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Shem kavod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Baruch Shem kavod malchuto le'olam va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue on page 138 with Ve'ahavta.
Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levacha u'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. V'hayu hadvarim, v'hayu hadvarim ha'elem asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. V'shinantam livanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha b'vetecha uv'lechdecha v'aderech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'kshatam liot al yadecha v'hayu litotafot b'neinecha uchtavtam al mizuzot betecha al mizuzot betecha u'visharecha. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie. Lie, 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 lie.
Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue now on page 142 with Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha banim Adonai, mi chamocha gedol b'kodesh, lo rodilot osefele, lo rodilot osefele, ma'alechotecha ra'ovanecha, bokei hayam, lifnei Moshe u'Miriam,
Our service continues now on page 145. Let's read together at the top of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Blessed is the guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, ve'al kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim. We continue now on page 147 with Vayedaber Moshe.
Vayedaber Moshe et moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael.
And Moses declared the appointed festivals of Adonai to the people of Israel. We turn ahead in the prayer book now to page 204. Page 204 for the tefillah. Please rise.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agiti hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chastei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Geula Livnei V'nehem, L'man Shemo B'Yahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Yezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mikayeh HaKol atah Rav L'Hoshia. Mashiv HaRuach u'Modrid HaGashem, Mechalkel Chayim b'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofei cholim, Umatir asurim, Kayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'givurot, Umidol melach, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lehachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, Michayeh hakol. Atah kadosh, v'shemcha kadosh, Ukdoshim bechol yom, Yalalu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el hakadosh.
You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. We continue now on page 216 with the Ya'aleh prayer.
Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Ya'aleh v'yavo v'yizacher zichronenu, v'zikron kol ha'macha ben Yisrael lefanecha l'tova, ulchein ulchesed ulrachamim ulchayim ulshalom, b'yom hashmini chag ha'atzeret hazeh. Zochrenu Adonai Eloheinu bo l'tova,
Amen.
ufotenu bo livracha,
Amen.
v'hoshienu bo l'chayim.
Amen. Our God and God of our ancestors, be mindful of your people Israel and recall our merit for good and grace and in loving kindness and compassion for life and peace on this festival of Atzeret Simchat Torah. This day remember us for well-being. Amen. This day bless us with your nearness. Amen. This day help us to a fuller life. Amen. And we continue now on page 294. We turn ahead to page 294 for the Hallel, the Psalms of Praise for the festival. We begin with the blessing for the Hallel.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kinishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu לקרוא את ההלל.
Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, sovereign of all, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to recite hymns of praise. Continue with Psalm 117.
Hallelu et Adonai kol goyim, shabechu kol ha'omim, ki gavar aleinu chasto ve'emet Adonai le'olam hallelujah.
Praise Adonai, all you nations, extol God, all you peoples, for great is God's steadfast love toward us. The faithfulness of Adonai endures forever. We continue with Psalm 118.
Hodol Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto, Yomana Yisrael, ki le'olam chasto, Yomruna Beit Aaron, ki le'olam chasto, Yomruna Yireh Adonai, ki le'olam chasto, Baruch haba b'shem Adonai, berachnuchem mibeit Adonai, Eli ata ve'odeka, Elohai arom meka, hodu l'Adonai ki tov, ki le'olam chasto.
We turn now ahead in the prayer book to page 334. As we prepare to recite the Kaddish prayer, we think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be for a blessing. Please rise now as we recall our loved ones, and we join in reciting the Kaddish prayer. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach hiruteh v'amlich malchuteh, v'chai echon u'vyom echon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yet adar v'yet ale v'yet alal shemei dekudisha barichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tush bechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, Amen.
Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Now we're going to continue with our Torah service, and I need some help from some very special people here in our congregation. All grandparents. If you're a grandparent, please come on up to help me open the ark for the Torah service. All grandparents, come right on up. Cantor, why don't we go right into Ein Kamocha? Go for it. Go ahead.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, v'ein k'masecha, malchutecha malchut kol olamim, u'memshaltecha b'chador v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz le'amo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
We continue with Av HaRachamim.
Av harachamim, heitiva v'tzonecha et Zion. Tivne chomot Yerushalayim. Tivne chomot Yerushalayim. Levad batachnu, melech le'ram v'nisa, Adon olamim.
We continue with Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, Ki mitzion tetzei Torah, u'devar Adonai Yerushalayim, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, Baruch shenatan Torah, Torah, le'amo Yisrael v'kedushat Torah. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'Chanun, Erech Apayim, V'Rav Chesed v'Emet, Notzer Chesed l'Alafim, Nosei Avon v'Afem. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonenu, Kadosh Shemo, Gadol Adonai Iti, Ramama Shemo Yachdav, Lecha Adonai Hagedol. Yagevora, Yatiferet, Yanetzach v'Hod, Kichol b'shamayim uvaretz, Kichol b'shamayim uvaretz, Lecha Adonai hamamlacha, Yamit na'aseh lecha.
Please be seated. Now, before we continue with our service, we have the great pleasure of offering our consecration tonight for our new religious school students. So, if this is your first year in religious school, come on up here with the rabbi. Get on up here. Yeah, give him a little walking music. Come on, there's two more. There's two more. Come on, I know they're back there. Come on, you guys. You want to come up with your parents? Parents, come up too. Parents, come up too. You guys, come on up. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Everybody, come over here close to me. Come over here. I took a shower today. I'm nice and clean. You don't have to worry. Get over here. Come over here. Come over here. Come over. Come over. All right. Everybody step on this. Hey! All right, everybody. So we have the very special honor today of consecrating our new students in religious school. And we're going to do that right now. And you guys don't have to do anything but sit there and stand there and listen. No big deal. No big deal. All right. So for you four, today is your consecration. To consecrate means to make something holy. Today, do you know what is becoming holy? You guys. Because you are starting religious school and beginning to learn Hebrew and learning your Aleph Bet and all the letters of the Hebrew alphabet. One day, in a little while from now, you're all going to be standing right here next to me with that Torah scroll right there, and you're going to be reading from the Torah for your bar or bat mitzvah. But first, and today is your first step on that journey to learn to read Hebrew and to read from the Torah. Now, let me tell you a little story. A long time ago, before your parents were born, and your grandparents and your great-grandparents were born, almost 1,000 years ago in Europe, the Jews there had an idea. They wanted to celebrate all the children who were just starting to learn their Aleph Bet, their Hebrew alphabet. So on the first day of Cheder, did anybody here go to Cheder around here? Right? Cheder, that's what they call religious school back in the old country, right? So on the first day of Cheder, all the children met with the rabbi. The rabbi handed each child a little board with the whole Aleph Bet on it, all 22 Hebrew letters made out of wood. The rabbi then said every letter of the Aleph Bet, and the children repeated after him. Then the rabbi took a little bit of honey and put the honey on every letter of the Hebrew alphabet. What do you think of that idea? That'd be kind of neat, right? A little sticky, right? But do you know why the rabbi did that? Because studying Hebrew is sweet and good. And then guess what the kids did? What do you think they did? What do you think they did? They licked the honey. Of course they did. They all got splinters on their tongues and had to go. No, I'm just kidding. But they licked the honey off the letter. We're not doing any licking. We're not doing any honey. We're going to have candy apples later. But today is a sweet day for you kids. We are so proud of you for starting religious school. And one day, not too long from now, each one of you will be back on the bima with me chanting from the Torah. So now what I want to do is I want to invite up our religious school director, Barbara Reese, and our Vice President of Education, Robin Zone, who both do such great work for our temple. I want to thank them both very much. And they're going to have a certificate and gift for each one of you. And I think Ms. Reese is probably going to tell you what your gift is going to be. And it's an exciting gift. So come on up, Ms. Reese.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I had a whole thing prepared, but I think I'm just going to, I think I'm going to do a little shortened version. Shortness is always close to godliness, right? Brevity is, right? All right, so let me, okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, how are you? It's really an honor for me to be here today with you to welcome our newest members to the Hebrew School. Congratulations. I'm going to say a few things about the history of it, so bear with me for a minute, all right? It is a tradition this holiday of Simchat Torah to end the final chapter of the 5 books of Moses and begin the first chapter of Genesis. We go from mitzvah to mitzvah. We are proud to have completed the reading of the Torah, and we are equally excited to begin its study all over again. And Simchat Torah is a fresh start. It's a new beginning for learning and finding joy in the study of Torah, doing good deeds, and mitzvot. That is the central theme of our efforts here at Temple B'nai Shalom, whatever the topic, whether it be learning Torah, our prayers, the Hebrew language, or how to be a mensch, right? We strive to do so in a fun and enjoyable way. Just this week, we took great joy in decorating the sukkah as a religious school community with the help of our rabbi, our parents, teachers, and students, and our expert leadership of Gail Bookbinder, Sophie's grandma. We look forward to celebrating many more holidays together. And we especially wish, and this is our little wish for you, we especially wish our youngest congregants only much happiness and a sweet new year, and to your parents as well. And may you march with your Torahs tonight and begin your religious school experience. We're going to get a mini Torah. Whoa. We thank you, our congregants, our students, and their families for continuing to keep the light of Torah burning bright here at Temple B'nai Shalom. A special thank you to our VP of Education, Robin Zone, who makes sure everything runs beautifully for the students and the parents. Thank you to everyone, and let me show you your beautiful new Torahs. So everyone can see, it's a mini Torah, right? And Robin's going to hand that to you. So we also have a certificate. Whoa. We have a lovely certificate that goes along with it, suitable for framing. And this little Torah actually opens up, but be careful if you open it up with mommy or daddy because you want to roll it up afterwards, right? But it has the words of the Torah in there so you can look at them. And it's all yours, and you can use it today. And this special certificate says, Temple B'nai Shalom Religious School presents, and that's each student upon beginning religious studies at Temple B'nai Shalom during the 2022-2023 school year. And it has some lovely items that my daughter Emily put on there, a Jewish star and a Torah. All right? So let's give our awards out. And you want to read it, and then I'll have whichever you like better. You want to read them? Okay. So Ms. Robin is going to give you the beautiful Torah, okay? I'm going to give you the certificate, and we'll get on our way. You're probably saying, how long is she going to talk? All right. Okay. So this is to congratulate Ian. Did I say Polshuk? Is that the correct? Ian Polshuk, congratulations, Mazel Tov. Here you are, sir. Let's give him a round of applause. Ava Polshuk, congratulations, Mazel Tov. Jacob Pfefferkorn, Mazel Tov. Oh, I'm so sorry. I made a mistake, Ian. I apologize. I get nervous sometimes, too. See, I make mistakes. And Cassandra Pfefferkorn, congratulations. She saved the day. She knows what's going on. All right. Well, congratulations, and thank you so much for being such good students. We're really very lucky to have you. And we hope that this is the start of only good things.
Now, thank you very much, Maura Reese. We really appreciate that. Right now, we're going to sing the Shechianu prayer in honor of this special occasion of the consecration of our new students.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
Now we're going to continue our Simchat Torah service. On Simchat Torah, we read the conclusion of the Torah and we read the beginning of the Torah because the reading of Torah never ends. So we begin with the very end and we continue with the very beginning right away. So the very end of the Torah is from the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 34, verses 10 to 12. Moses is not going to make it to the promised land. He's 120, but his eyes were undimmed and his vigor was unabated. And no one knows where Moses is buried to this day, so he cannot be worshipped because we only worship God. And the Torah concludes by telling us that Moses was our greatest prophet and Moses spoke to God face to face. Now, for this first Aliyah, it's our pleasure to have Robin Streitman chanting the end of the Torah scroll. And we are going to do the Aliyah together as a congregation. And Cantor's going to offer the response. So let us join together in the Torah Aliyah. Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Torah. She won't have any trouble finding it. Very end.
Amen. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yadao Adonai panim el panim l'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shalacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim לפרעה ולכל עבדיו ולכל ארצו ולכל היד החזקה ולכל המורה הגדול אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל.
We offer now the blessing after the Torah reading. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Yashkoach, thank you very much. Now, there's a special phrase that we offer after we conclude the reading. After we conclude the reading of a book of the Torah and the entire Torah and begin again. And I want you to repeat after me as we offer this phrase. So we say, Chazak. Chazak. Venit chazek. Venit chazek. And that means be strong, and let us be strengthened together that we may continue to hear the words of Torah and the chanting of Torah each and every year. And now from the end, we go right to the beginning. And we continue reading from the Torah scroll from the book of Genesis chapter 1, where God creates the entire universe, the entire world in 6 days and rests on day number 7. And what does God use to create the universe? What method? Words. God speaks and it comes to be. Everything we human being creates is we create it from something else. If we make something, we take raw materials and we convert it. But God creates by word. And at the end of the seventh day, when God finishes the 6th day, when God finishes creating everything, what does God say? It's what? Very good. Not just good, very good. We live in a good, good world. So now Stan Kremen is going to be chanting for us the very beginning of the Torah scroll and the creation of the world. And for the honor of the Aliyah, it's my pleasure to call on our temple president, Steve Zweig.
Ya'amod la Torah, Shia ben Yaakov.
Okay, Steve, go right ahead. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
V'natan lanu et Torato, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Where am I?
Right here. Yeah,
Oh, ve'haaretz haita tohu v'vohu, v'choshech al pnei tahom, v'ruach Elohim merachefet al pnei hamayim. Vayomer Elohim yihi or, vayi or, vayar Elohim et haor ki tov. Vayavdel Elohim bein haor uvein hachoshech, vayar Elohim leor yom ulechoshech kara laila, vayi erev vayi voker yom echad.
Yashkoach. Thank you very much. Yashkoach.
Thank you.
And Steve will offer the blessing after the Torah reading.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nota b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Now it's time for the hardest Hagbah in Judaism. That's where you lift the Torah. Max, where's Max Sayed? I'm making him do the hard work because he's younger than I am. So I'm going to hold the heaviest part on the right hand. He gets to hold it on the left hand. Thank you in advance, Max. All right. So please rise now. When you'll take a close look, when we're lifting the 2 Torah scrolls, you'll see the very beginning of the Torah in Bereshit and the very end of the Torah in Devarim. Yep, you good?
V'zon haTorah asher som Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael, al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. La 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 la.
Some hakafot. What we're going to do, we're going to have some processionals around the sanctuary, and we're also going to have our horror club. So Cheryl Brown started our horror club. So any of the kids who want to do the horror club, you're going to be right here. And we're going to have different adults and helping us to march the Torahs around. So band, give us like 2 minutes of music and then we'll be ready. All right, hold up. All right, horror club, don't wear yourself out. We got plenty more to do. Hold on, don't wear yourselves out. We're going to be busy. All right, now, our horror club can stay here and keep horroring. The rest of, for now, we're also going to parade the Torah scrolls around. We're going to start our first Hakafah, our first Torah processional, will be for the following. We're going to have our current president and our past presidents of the temple. And we're also going to have any temple board members and any ritual committee members. Come right on up for Torah scrolls. Oh, yes, please. And let's give out the Simchat, the flags, too. Thank you. All right, band, let's do it. Come on up. There we go. Come on. we're ready for our second hakafa now. That's going to be Sisterhood and Men's Club and anybody who's a man and anybody who's a woman. Sisterhood and Men's Club and anybody who's a man and wants a woman. And these guys have all got to hand the Torahs off, so come on up, people. We need some new people. Get on up here. Come on, we're ready. Go, go. Let's do it. We're ready. All right, let's see what we got here. Sure, do you want to carry a Torah? It's pretty light. I'll take it. All right, let's go. Here we go. Torah Club, make room for the Torahs. Make room for the Torahs. Torahs, make room for the Torahs. All right, now our third hakafa is for religious school families. All these people are not going to be up here, so I need people to hold my Torahs who are religious school families. That's parents and children. I want parents and children. Parents and children, come on up for your hakafa. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on, everybody, parents, up here, come on. Come on. Oh, that's good. I love that. I see religious school parents not up here and they need a Torah holder, so come on up here. We can't finish the service without you. Come on, band, kick it in. We're ready. Come on, get up here. They're coming up. I give them a little push. Come on, David. Okay, come on, ladies. One of you two, come on. Come on. Come on. You want to try? Come on, one of the ladies. Yes, you. You can do it. Perfect. All right, start marching, everybody. Go that way. Go. All right, let's go, families. Go.
Hey!
right, let's have a big round of applause for our Torah Club. Woo-hoo! All right, now we get to revive a Temple B'nai Shalom tradition that we haven't done in 3 years, which is we get to unroll the entire Torah scroll in the sanctuary. So here's how we're going to do this. Shh, shh, shh. I need all the children on the bima with me now, please. All the children on the bima. Okay, all the children on the bima. Okay. Now, I need every adult. Shh, shh. I need every adult in the sanctuary to help me hold the Torah so that we can. I think we have enough. We can do it. So you can spread out a little bit. You can hold the top and bottom of the Torah. You just cannot touch the letters, okay? So the Torah is under the chuppah. It's going to go both directions and wind its way around. So let's go ahead and do that. We can have some music, please. And we're going to start unrolling the Torah. Go right ahead. Please spread out over here where Russ Like is. Spread out so we can get the whole Torah out. Okay, good. All right. What a great job. All right, all children, come over here with me, please. What a great job our adults did of unrolling the Torah. Now, we get to take a Torah tour. We're going to take a tour of the Torah. All right, but first we got to start with a question. Okay. A Torah is written by a person called a sofer, which is a scribe. And it takes a year to write the entire Torah scroll. It's written by hand. And who wants to guess how many letters there are in the Torah? How many? Do you remember? 613 is the number of commandments in the Torah. That's right. That's not the number of letters. Who wants to take a guess? Anybody take a guess? Samantha? Less than a million. Jonah?
I think I remember being like 14,000 something.
Higher than 14,000. Yeah. Higher. 36,000. Good guess. No. That's 304,805 letters. All written by hand. All written by hand. Most Torah scrolls are 2 to 3 feet high and weigh 20 to 25 pounds. Now, a Torah can be written on any kosher animal you can write a Torah scroll on. And by the way, if you have to deliver a Torah somewhere and you take out an airplane, do you know what you do? Buy it a seat. You buy the Torah a seat, and it sits in the seat. All right, now we're going to start taking a tour of the Torah, so we need a little Torah marching music. We're only marching about 10 feet. Here we go. Let's go. We're ready. All right, Russ, go to your left a little to stretch it out a little bit more. All right, guys, stay here for a second. All right, now, this is the very beginning of the Torah Bereshit that we just heard read today, and it starts right here. By the way, this is the yad, the pointer. We never touch the Torah with our hands because of the holy words. And by the way, what happens if you drop the Torah? Don't drop the Torah.
Fasting for 40 days.
Fasting for 40 days, and that actually, when that happens, a person has 40 people have to fast one day each in a row. I'm hungry, so don't drop my Torah, people. I'm talking to all the adults over there. All right, here we go. So we've got, this is the beginning of the Torah, Bereshit. You can see the bet there. This is where it goes. He goes from right to left. So we start here, Bereshit, bara Elohim, et hashamayim, et haaretz. And in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. All right, let's start marching. Oh, by the way, Bereshit has the story of all our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and Joseph, and Rebekah, and Rachel, and Sarah, and Leah, and Jacob's 12 sons and one daughter, and they kept multiplying, and they had their stories, and they got into trouble, and then they didn't get into trouble, and then they went, with the whole thing. All right, be very careful. Scoot back a little, adults. Okay, all right, stop right here. Come back here. Come back here. Everybody back up. Kids, come back over here. Now, no touching. Step back from everybody, at least a foot back from the Torah, please. All right. Now, you can see here, see how there's a big gap in the Torah here? Everybody see that? Anybody know why that gap is there? Good.
New chapter.
Good guess? Almost. New what? New book.
New book.
There's 5 books of the Torah. The first book is Genesis. The second book is Exodus. And here's where Exodus begins. And we say, Ve'ele Shemot B'nai Yisrael Haba'i Mitzrayma et Yaakov. And these are the names of the children of Israel who went down to Egypt. What happened to the children of Israel in Egypt? What happened to them when they went down there? What happened?
They were slaves.
They were slaves for 400 years, and then what happened? What happened to them? Did they stay slaves forever? Are you a slave right now? What happened?
They moved to a different country.
They got saved by God from 10 plagues. God brought the 10 plagues like the frogs. We're not doing the frog song, but we could. But
Yes, please.
no, we can't do the frog song. We got to keep. All right, fine, we'll do the frog song. Scoot over. Cantor, where's Cantor? Cantor, you want to do a little frog song for us? Oh, no, I'll do it. All right, here we go. We you ready? All right, here we go. One morning when Pharaoh awoke in his bed, there were frogs in his bed and frogs on his head. Frogs on his nose and frogs on his toes. Frogs here, frogs there. Frogs were jumping everywhere. All right, that's enough of that. All right. Now, we're in the book of Exodus, but before we go on, I want to show you something really amazing in the book. Here it is over here. We're going to walk right over to it. So after we were slaves for 400 years, and God saved us from Egypt. Come on over here, everybody. Just watch out for the Torah. Come into the aisles a little bit more, please. And you could see here that the Torah is written in a very special way with these gaps, because this is where God split the Red Sea, and the Jews went through to freedom. And we sang the Mi Chamocha that we sing at every service. It's right in here, Mi Chamocha. And those gaps in between the words represent the waves of the ocean, right after we made it through. All right, let's get some marching music. Very good. You want to say it? Thank you. Now we are at another gap here, which is the
Leviticus.
What of Leviticus?
Isn't that the third book?
It's the third book, but we're beginning it, right? We're starting the book of Leviticus. We're ending the book of Exodus, starting the book of Leviticus. Does anybody like barbecue? Because Leviticus is all about barbecues. You can go read it yourself and find out the answer to that question. All right. So a lot of sacrifices and other things. All right. Anyway, lots of laws of the Torah. By the way, just to review, what is a mitzvah? What's the definition of a mitzvah? It's a what, Samantha?
A good deed.
Good deed. Or, that's right. Or, there's another definition. Anybody else know? Yeah.
Throwing someone in the fire?
No, I know what you're talking about. No, a mitzvah is either a good deed or a commandment. And how many commandments are there in the Torah, Naomi?
613.
Not 10. How many?
613.
Not 10. How many? Kidding. All right, here we go. So there's a lot of mitzvot in Leviticus in this book about the different mitzvot we have to follow. Let's start marching. Where are we going? No, we're here. We gotta go here first, Josh. Hold on. Oh my God! We skipped the part. Yeah, that's all right. We'll get on the other side. All right. Thank you. Thank you to our klezmer band. Now, our next book, we have another gap here. Does anybody know what the fourth book of the Torah is called?
Numbers.
Numbers, Bamidbar, Numbers, and that tells the story of the Jewish people while we wandered in the desert. There's a talking donkey. There's a talking donkey in the book of Numbers. You can go look it up. The donkey got tired of getting hit, and he said, "Stop hitting me." So anyway, you'll read that story too. All right, and you got the book of Numbers, and then there's a very important part right here. This is called the priestly blessing. It's a very special blessing that I give to our B'nai Mitzvah whenever we become bar bat mitzvah, and I give it at weddings. And this is it says, "May God watch over you and protect you, and may God's light shine upon you." It's a very beautiful blessing, and it's right here. So that's the priestly blessing. And now, Josh Brass, you saw the next book beginning, didn't you? Take us over there. Let's do it. We're ready. Thank you, everybody. Everybody's doing awesome. Thank you. How are you? Awesome, man. Good to see you. Hi. All right. Thank you. All right. Now we're at another gap. We are at the end of the fourth book of the Torah, going into the fifth book, which is the hardest book to pronounce. Does anybody know the name of the fifth book of the Torah?
Deuteronomy.
Good. Deuteronomy. I told you it was hard to pronounce. You did good. Deuteronomy. And this is where the Jewish people are about to enter the promised land after wandering for 40 years, and Moses gives them a book full of instruction. That's a lot of instruction. And one of the parts of Deuteronomy, it's right here. Come look at this, everybody. This is one part. This is the 10 Commandments. Does anybody know there's 613 commandments, but there's 10 big ones? Does anybody know any of the 10 Commandments? Raise your hand. Come on, let's see how many we know. You know any of the 10 Commandments? Give me one of them.
Don't murder people.
Don't murder. Good one. Who knows another one?
I think honor your family is one of them.
Honor your father and mother. That's right.
Don't steal.
Don't steal. Thank you very much. So that means don't steal an extra candy apple. I'm just kidding around. All right. What's another one? Anybody know any other ones? Anybody? Yeah.
Be good to your neighbors.
That is in the Torah. That's not one of the 10 Commandments, but that's a very important one. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's a great one. You know another one?
It was like, do not commit adultery, whatever.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later. That's in the advanced class. Honor Shabbat. I am Adonai, your God. Do not worship idols. Lots of good commandments, 10 commandments. And you see it's written in a special way here in the Torah. See, so you can notice where it is. And now I need a Hebrew reader. I need a good Hebrew reader volunteer. Come on, Zach. All right. This is from the Torah. I want you to see if you can figure out what this is. What is that?
Shema.
Shema.
Yisrael. Adonai. Eloheinu. Adonai. Echad.
Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. This is where the Shema comes from, our most important prayer in Judaism. It's written right there because he figured it out based on letters. You know, look. What?
Why is it so long?
Why is what so long? Oh, the dalet is long because that's a special letter to remind us. Actually, this ayin is big and this dalet is big. And if you put them together, you get the word aid, which means witness. So we're a witness to the fact that God is one. That we have one God and God is one. That's what that is. Big ayin, big dalet. All right, everybody. And now we're marching to the end. Thank you. All right. Now, this is the very end of the Torah that Robin read for us this evening, where Moses was 120 years old, and he said goodbye to the people Israel as they were about to enter into the promised land. And it ends, Asher Asa Moshe le'enei kol Yisrael. And that's the end of the entire Torah scroll. Now, what we need to do now, thank you for joining me on my Torah tour. But before we go now, all kids come over here with me. This is another one of our nice traditions that we haven't been able to do in 3 years we get to do now. This is called the Torah wave. Here's how this is going to work. When I lift my hand, you're going to lift the Torah up. When I put my hand down, you're going to go down, up and down. Here we go. Baseball season. Sorry, Yankees. Sorry. We tried. Here we go. And give us a little music. And we go up and down. We go up. We go down. We go up. We go down. One more. We go up. And we go down. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Now we're going to start rolling the Torah back. So everybody go ahead and start rolling. Start rolling. You guys keep going. Thank you. Oh, no. All kids can head back to the bima. Thank you very much. Of course. Oh, that was very good. Thank you for telling me. That's very good Hebrew reading. Thank you for telling me that. That's very good. Okay, yeah, well, we don't really. Yeah, we don't. hava niranana, hava niranana, v'nismecha,
hava niranana, hava niranana, hava niranana, v'nismecha. Uru, uru, rachim, urachim, v'lesameach, Ellie, watch him. Urachim, urachim, v'lesameach. Hava, nagila, hava, nagila, hava, nagila, v'nismecha. Hava, nagila, hava, nagila, hava, nagila, v'nismecha. Na v'nismecha. Hava, nagila, hava, nagila, v'nismecha. Uru, uru, rachim, urachim, v'lesameach, urachim, v'lesameach, urachim, v'lesameach, urachim, v'lesameach.
All right. Thank you all very much. You guys can be seated. Thank you all very much. All right, let's hear it for our klezmer band. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Thank you to Cantor and to Kevin for our music this evening, our beautiful music. Thank you very much. Yeah. And I want to thank Cheryl and our horror club for their good dancing tonight. And I want to thank Maura Reese and Robin Zone for our religious school good work and consecration. And I want to thank our Torah rollers, because you know what happens if you roll the Torah too much. You get carpal Torah syndrome. You'd think you would remember by now. I do it every year. Every year. You'd think you'd remember by now. All right, friends, I want to say thank you to our Torah readers, Robin Streitman and Stan Kremen. Wisham Yashkoch. Thank you very, very much. And this concludes our service. Does anybody want a candy apple by any chance? Do we have any candy apple people? All right. Well, you can make your way on your way out. They're right on the table. Chag Sameach, everybody. Chag Sameach.
Hey, hey!
And thank you, Tommy, for playing. We appreciate it. Thank you.